Talk
Right.
about how you reimagined the way that your sellers present in these virtual environments.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. I mean, that project, I think single-handedly moved the needle on our win rates because we didn't have the content down right, we worked with Mediafly on two things. First, how do we deliver a different experience to our buyer when everyone's now, like you said, shoved onto a Zoom meeting and trying to differentiate? So not only are we focused on our actual company and product differentiators, but how do we differentiate just the experience of our buyer? And then the second thing was, how do we build our content to pivot into these different scenarios very quickly that kind of align to our sales process? And so what we ended up with was a new way to present, right? We present out of Mediafly, which is great for a few reasons. One, we love the data that we get off the back end of the platform. We love how easy it is to know when that content is being viewed after a meeting, et cetera. But we also love how interactive the content is. Mm-hmm. So as an example, I'll give you an example, Tom. Like one of the core places that we struggle was when in our first meeting, where we didn't necessarily know where they were. When I said earlier, like meet the buyer where they're at, and we have to train our team to be ready to kind of pivot on a dime based on what we find out. Are we in learn mode or evaluate mode? And so we've built an experience in our content that like allows us in the actual deck to go one of two different ways and support the different outcomes we're looking for based on what we hear in a first meeting.